What is up, ladies and gentlemen? So it's been a while since I tested the re-grips to see which one is better for recoil control. And I'm gonna do it again because there's been some nerfs, some buffs, and some changes. And the last time that I did it, the polymer was the best one. But is it still the best one? Well, let's find out in today's video. Now, the way I like to do it is I like to do it as a tournament of sorts. I put two rear grips head to head. Whichever one has the best recoil control moves on to the next one until we get our final winner. And again, I'm not going to be testing any of the rear grips that don't have any recoil control stated on them. I am only going to be testing the ones that say either vertical recoil, recoil control, or anything like that. So the first one we're going to be testing here is going to be the rubber grip. And this one only gives you vertical recoil control. So let's go ahead and start with the first test. Again, all my tests, I will be standing at 15 meters, and let's go ahead and start off at this line right over here. There we go. Now let's go to the next one. Now the next one is going to be the grooved grip, and this one gives you ADS fire move speed, but it gives you horizontal recoil control. So we're going to take a look at what the differences are. And again, I am using the NZ because the NZ has a little bit of vertical and a little bit of horizontal, but as well, it is the most used weapon at the moment. So let's go with the next one, the grooved grip. Again, standing just a little bit beside it, making sure we are 50 meters away and at the same part, and we are going to roll off. So we got rubber on the left-hand side and grooved on the right-hand side. Now, I really don't see that much difference. The one on the left-hand side, the rubber was supposed to have vertical recoil, but I didn't really see much of that. I mean, maybe the only reason why I go to the rubber, the one on the left, is it seems the lines are a little bit straighter. Like as you can see right here in the divots, it's not as pronounced as this one on the right-hand side. And again, here you got a big divot right over here, big divot right over here, and this one is a little bit smaller. So overall, I think the line's a little bit smoother, but as far as the vertical recoil control, there is really none. But again, rubber grip is moving to the next round. So now the next one in our list is going to be the hatch grip, and I've heard some people say that this one is actually the best one compared to polymer. So hatch grip gives you vertical recoil control and horizontal recoil control. So again, we got the rubber grip already started right over here. Now we're going to go with the hatch grip to see how it performs. Again, starting 15 meters apart, and let's fire away. Now we're gonna go ahead and test. And again, as far as the vertical recoil control, it is still pretty much the same. I mean, not that much of a difference. Even let's see the initial recoil, we can see that the shots are about the same. Maybe the hatch grip, yeah, maybe it has a little bit less, maybe the line's a little smoother. But all in all, I mean, if you look at these side by side, it really looks exactly the same. I mean, I really don't see that big of a difference. I'm only going to choose a hatch grip just because both of these lines are closer from each other. As you can see, this left one went a little bit more to the left, and then this one went a little bit straighter. So the hatch grip just seems a little bit more consistent. But that's really the only reason why. Again, really no big difference with the vertical recoil control. Really, I mean, no difference at all with the horizontal. It's pretty much the same. But yeah, let's move on to the next one. Again, hatch grip, we'll be moving on to the next one. And now we got the hatch grip, which was the one that won, versus the king, which is the polymer grip. And this one gives you accuracy and recoil during sustained fire. So is the polymer still going to be king? Well, let's check it out. Again, we got the hatch already preset on that left-hand side. Going to set ourselves 15 meters right behind it, start at the same mark, and fire away. And look at that difference. I mean, polymer is still king. I remember some people telling me in the chat, you know, use hatch is the best one ever. But I mean, ladies and gentlemen, can anybody dethrone the king? Now, I will say this though, the hatch grip definitely does seem a little bit straighter, may I even say, a little bit straighter, right? You can see the polymer has a little more curve to it, right? Just a little bit more curve to it on the side. And again, the top part is completely straight. There's some little curves here, but I will say the hatch just a little bit straighter. But as far as that vertical recoil goes, I mean, even just firing it, just the initial, I think the Polymer definitely seemed like it had significantly less recoil on that one. So we are still gonna go with the Polymer. I mean, in my opinion, I guess if you wanted less horizontal, like just a pure straight line, maybe you could go with the hatch, but again, it's minimal, right? You can get a little difference there, but I mean, compared to that vertical recoil, that's about a quarter, a little less than a quarter difference there. So for me, Polymer is moving on to the next one. All right, and the next one we got now is the Pine Tar, and this one gives you recoil control and hip fire accuracy. So let's go ahead and test it out. We even got the hatched one next to it. The bullets haven't disappeared on that one, so we're gonna go ahead and test it out. Again, the Pine Tar is setting 15 meters apart in the same location, and let's go ahead and blast away on this one. Ooh, this one seems to be even straighter, maybe, than the hatch grip. I think it is. They're both pretty similar. This was pretty similar to the hatch grip. This one had a little bit more of a curve to it, but the other one was pretty straight. So pretty similar with the hatch grip. Again, it has even a little bit less vertical recoil, as you can see, just a little tiny bit. And this one also does give you the hip fire accuracy, and the hatch grip doesn't. So I guess you could go with this one if you wanted good recoil control, but a little bit of hip fire accuracy. Again, as far as this one goes, I would still give it to the Polymer. You know, the NC just has that tendency to, you know, having a big jumps there, but I'd still give it to the Polymer. I mean, most of your weapons, the biggest thing that you want to control is that vertical recoil. So as far as it goes, for me, Polymer is still moving on to the next round. Now, the next one that we got is the Granular Grip. This one doesn't specifically say recoil control, but it does say recoil recovery and aiming stability. So we're gonna go ahead and take a look how that performs on the side. So we're gonna go ahead and blast off right here. Remember, 15 meters apart. Let's go ahead and blast off. So again, this one being the Granular Grip, and pretty straightforward. I mean, again, the line's a little bit straight, but I still either go with the hatch grip, you know, if you wanted the better horizontal recoil. And again, Polymer, as you can see, just reached over here. So nobody really has been able to beat the almighty Polymer King, and we have one more to go. Will it beat it? And the last one's going to be this one, the Stippled Grip. And this one gives you recoil recovery, but also initial firing recoil. So let's go ahead and test it out. Remember, we got the Polymer to the left of it already preset. And now we're going to go with the Stippled Grip. The last one. Is anybody going to be able to dethrone the famous Polymer Grip, ladies and gentlemen? And it doesn't seem like it will in the vertical recoil category. Let's go with one more. Maybe it gives you a little bit straighter shot there. And it doesn't seem like it seems pretty okay. I mean, all in all, ladies and gentlemen, after seeing a bunch of these tests, let's go over here and open the menu right here. From what I've noticed, definitely the hatch grip and maybe even the Pine Tar would be the best as far as if you want horizontal recoil control, right? And maybe even go with the Pine Tar because it gives you that hip fire accuracy, but obviously you lose a little bit of the ADS speed. But Polymer does seem still to be the king. I mean, in my opinion, I guess you got some guns, again, like the NZ that have, you know, that huge curve in the middle, but most of the guns are going to be vertical recoil control. And if you want that, that is still going to be the Polymer. Polymer is still definitely going to be king. If you want another one, like a good substitute, like I said, again, if you just wanted to go straight vertical but almost no horizontal, then you can either go with the hatch grip or with the Pine Tar. But I mean, as you guys notice, if you're really not gonna go for that horizontal recoil control, like if you just want pure vertical recoil control, again, like most of the weapons are, you really got to go with the Polymer. I mean, as you guys saw in almost every single one of the tests, their vertical recoil really never changed. Even though it said it helped in vertical recoil, it doesn't really seem to do anything except the Polymer grip on this one. So, ladies and gentlemen, those are the testings that I found. Let me know what you guys think about it. Which one are you going to choose? Peace out, everybody, and I'll see you all in the next one.